Hey everyone, welcome back to the Loved It Launch app review series. Today I'm taking a look at a platform called Snaptrade. The domain is snaptrade.us, and I'm really excited about this. It's a little bit different because it is a web-based platform, so I'm excited to dive in and check this out. So the premise here is that I am a new investor, or a pretty novice investor. And so I'm coming to this site. I've heard about this thing called Snaptrade, and I want to come check it out. I'm entering from the homepage, and I'm just going to take my first impressions and see, kind of what Snaptrade is and what they can help me with. So right here on the homepage, really standard homepage. It's pretty basic. I see in big font, helping you to become a skilled investor, and I see this blue enter button. And my first impression on that, I see two big calls to action here. Enter feedback. I obviously don't need the feedback quite yet, so I feel like they're guiding me into the enter. I'd like that to maybe say something a little bit more active, something like get started now, or start investing now, or learn about investing now, something like that, where it kind of actually draws me and makes me want to click that button. But at the moment, this is the only button I really see besides the toolbars, so I'm going to go ahead and click in there, and let's see what we get here. So interesting. So one thing I noticed there, so it brought me right into this kind of dashboard looking page here. It's got a lot of information, but I think that that's understandable given the nature of this app, that it is a stock trading or stock information platform, and there's a lot of numbers, right? There's a lot of numbers, there's a lot of news, so I think that makes sense. I see this little tooltip here at the top, new, check out the discovery menu item. I think that that's maybe a little odd to me, that I just got to this page that they said to enter in, and then now they're directing my attention somewhere else. So let's see if I can go in and check that out. Cool. So I just went to this discovery platform. It doesn't look on its own a whole lot different. Let's see here. So yeah, okay, so I guess that's just like all of the platforms. This is kind of like a highlight, see top news. So let's go back to that discovery tab. Pretty basic here. I'm not exactly sure what to do here with this, so I'm gonna go ahead and click one of these stocks, and that's cool. It's pretty. I mean, it's got nice graphs, and it's pretty well designed. Pretty basic, but I think that that's okay in this case. So I see the biggest call to action on this page is view more details. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now I come into an even bigger dedicated page for this BHC stock. See the charts. So what I'm looking for here is like them to guide me on what I can do. I see a couple buttons here. So I see the dark blue, which is the one I've really been following this whole time, right? It seemed like that's the one that they want me to pay attention to, is on a price alert. I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen if I do that, but let's say I want to get notified when the price is $20 and when the price is $25. So I just clicked save there, and I got this bit of an error. All information is same as before, or some processing error has occurred, and I'm not really sure what that means. So I guess I'd either abandon that feature or try something again, and I got the same error. So not sure what's going on there, but we'll keep moving here. The only other button I can see is this add to watch list. So I just clicked add to watch list, and now it says in watch list. So I would assume that went to a watch list, and I guess up at the top here I can see this watch list tab. So I come in here, and it looks like there are a bunch of tabs, or a bunch of stocks that it is keeping track of for me. It looks like some of these were probably here by default. This is the one I just added right here. I'd maybe be interested to see this say new, and then the rest of them said, standard or something, or didn't say anything at all, because I didn't add those on my own. So let's see if I go in here and remove that Costco one. Let's remove this one as well. So that's nice, simple, straightforward. Looks like I can create tags, so let's go ahead and try that. So let's call this like blue chip, right? So we'll be able to add that tag in there. Honestly, I'm not positive which ones are blue chip, but it just shows this functionality here. And then up at the top, I can see my different tags. I can see this blue chip one here. I would think that when I press the X, or when I press this at all, I would probably want that to clear that filter. Just kind of, if pushing it turns it on, then I would expect pushing it to turn it back off. But I guess I have to click on all in order to really get that out. So, okay, so I'm trying to put myself back into perspective here. So what am I doing? I have a watch list. I'm not positive what I can do with this at this point. I kind of came in hearing that Snaptrade is an investment platform or investment knowledge platform, but I don't really see any actions I can take with these, except for adding it to the watch list or viewing more details. And I think that's useful, but I feel like I might be missing something. I feel like I might be doing something wrong. I might think that I actually can make trades on this platform, and I can't see that right now. So I'm just going to kind of explore the site a little bit. Now, this is a key note here, is that if people were feeling that way, they might not choose to explore more, right? We might have lost people along this way, because the core function of a really solid user experience is to make people feel like they know what they're doing the whole way. You don't want people to feel lost. You don't want people to expect that the service is going to do one thing when you click, and then they don't get that expected outcome. So surprise is not ever what you want to go for in good design. So, but I am going to go ahead and explore here. So I'm in the scanner page, and it kind of looks virtually the same here. It's kind of a list of stocks. Seems pretty similar to what this discovery tab that they had me go to in the first place was. The only real difference I can see are these tags at the top. So I would wonder if these two pages could be combined, because I feel like, once again, maybe I did something wrong, that they look similar enough. So once again, on the right here, they did do a good job here of, everything in light blue seems to be a link, and so that's consistent, which is really, really good, really helpful. Also, the buttons are consistent; they are blue as well. But once again, this dark blue button seems to be the most important button. So I think that they should watch, what they're calling to. Is it more important here to see more details at this point? It might be, but if adding to watch list is kind of one of the core functions, which is starting to look like it is, then they might want to highlight that button a bit more. So continuing over here into the portfolio, and I'm not positive exactly what I'm looking at here. It looks like it's a community. So vote your stock, benefit from the best stock picks through crowdsourcing ideas. So I can see voting of my stock. So let's say I added Google in here. Thanks for voting. To get more votes, invite your friends. So I'd love to see, since they gave me that little success message, I'd love to see them actually give me an opportunity to invite people at that point. That might be one of those times where I'm actually engaged enough to send one of those invites. So that would be a nice function there. Okay, but overall, I'm a little bit confused on this page, because I would expect portfolio to be a personal portfolio. And I'm realizing now that going through the site, I'm not able to do any actual investing on this site. So it looks like it's more informational. And kind of guiding me through things. So that, I'd maybe call this like community portfolio, because on its own, like I said, I'd expect this to be my own, which then seems more like the watch list. So I feel like some better naming on these tabs could be helpful. At this point, I'm going to go back. I'm going to go down here to the FAQ. So this is, I don't really want to be here at this point. I don't really want to be at the FAQ. I'd like to have a little bit more knowledge of what I'm doing on this platform, but it is nice. They seem like they have good information here. So reading this over really quickly, what features and tools does Snaptrade provide? So technical signals. So we've seen that, right? There's a ton of great information on the site, so definitely seen that. Collaboration with others. So I saw that I was able to vote on those stocks in what looked like the community portfolio. You can share your watch list with your network of friends to get their inputs. I didn't exactly see that, but it does look like an important functionality. It's listed pretty high up here. Watchlist management. So I definitely got that. So I definitely got the technical signals and the watchlist management. Here below, how do I use Snaptrade effectively? So this is the information I'd want to see back on this homepage, right? This is basically telling me that I can look at the information, explore even more, and share that with people. That's a key function that I didn't really see in here. And then tag and watch, and then collaborate. So once again, it seems like they have this social component that I wasn't seeing highlighted too much. So I'm going to go back and see. But before I do, this information, I'd like to see a lot of this in a more simplified form on the homepage, on the landing page here. So I'd want to see maybe 3 bubbles here, or maybe even more information. I can see here now this small text. It kind of just looks like a little paragraph that I skipped because they wanted me to really, they're really calling me into the app right now. So get stock recommendations on technical indicators, collaborate with your friends, and manage your watch list. So if I had really taken the time to either read that in the beginning, which you can't assume that everybody will. In fact, text is one of those things that gets scanned very often, doesn't actually get read unless it's in big headlines like this. So I came to the page, saw a big headline, helping you become a skilled investor. Sweet, that's what I'm looking for. Enter, let's go. I didn't take a look at any of this. So if there was, maybe a big image here, or even some of these words were bolded at me, technical indicators, collaborate with your friends, anything that they can do to help me understand what I'm going to be doing in this platform, because they basically just said enter and then I'm in, and I'm kind of left a bit on my own. So kind of coming back in here as if I would, I could see the watch list again. I'm looking for that social indicator. It kind of is calling to me that that's an important part. I see this kind of thumbs up, thumbs down here, which I guess is a little social. It doesn't seem like it's enough for them to really call that out. What if I go into view more details? So really looking for this social feature. Not seeing it here either, so I'll check the last place I can think of. And watch list, I also don't really see it on this page. So yeah, I'm not really seeing this. So if this is a big component that they are looking to, I guess, promote, I'd like to see that a little bit more clear. I don't really see it. So, I think that I'd like to get that really front and center and understand what that is. So, because it sounds cool. It sounds like the ability to collaborate with other people and maybe, either friends or getting coaches or investment advisors in the future would be very helpful. I'm just not exactly seeing that anywhere. So yeah, so I think that what I'd like to see, I guess this is like kind of the social area in a sense, and it's cool. I'd like to see more of the ability. I saw back in, that's what I'm searching for, because I saw back in this FAQ the ability to, it says to collaborate with others. I can share my watch list with my network. And that's kind of what I was looking for in here. So back in the watch list, and I'm really digging around here, guys. I'm not sure if I'm just missing something. I see that it's in my watch list. Let's see what happens if I'm gonna go to this scanner and I'm gonna add something to my watch list from here. Not sure why it's taking a longer time to load this time, so switching pages there. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and add this, click to add this to my watch list. And for some reason, I'm struggling to be able to do that as well. Going back one more time. Not sure if this is my internet or not. Okay, so we're loaded here. So clicking here to add to my watch list. Yeah, so it just kind of checked it off, and let's see, is it in there? It is in there. I see new tag. Yeah, guys, so I'm not finding it. It seems like a really cool feature, but I'm not quite finding it. So I think overall, I really want this homepage to be more informative. I think it's a great platform. It seems really interesting. They definitely have the technical indicators down. The watch list is there. I'd like to see it organized a little bit better. And I'm really struggling to find that collaborative function besides that community portfolio page. So I'd like this page to give me more information. I'd like the watch list to be a little bit more called out throughout the whole platform, and maybe looking at, combining a couple of these pages, maybe calling this like community, something like that could help me out. But I'll definitely keep an eye on this. It is an interesting new platform. I am getting more and more interested in investing, so I could definitely use some more tools. And I think that social aspect is a really unique one, and I'd just like to see that called out more and more. But thanks for watching, guys. If you would like to see more app reviews like this, let me know in the comments, or if there is an app that you'd like to see reviewed, whether that's your own or another one, please go ahead and leave it in the comments, or you can visit my personal site at robsanchez.us or robsanchez.me and let me know there. So thanks very much, guys, and I'll catch you again on a future episode.